I once tried to build a good reputation by agreeing to extra work, but that enthusiasm didn't last. So I'm trying to temper expectations before I go berserk, because now I well and truly can't be asked. I'm not getting extra pay for it, I'm not getting extra praise, I'm not getting extra time off for extra holidays. I need to set things right again to make the job easier to endure. So the effort and the energy I put in now will be the minimum required and nothing more. What hey folks, Thomas Benjamin Wilde Esquire here with song number 18 of my Song a Week project, which was about taking on too many responsibilities at work and leaving people expecting you to do those things for actually no extra benefit for yourself whatsoever. I used to work in education, you see, and I took on the role as course manager for no real extra benefit other than to the establishment. And at one point they tried to actually put it into my proper contract because it wasn't part of my contract. And there was no extra money involved in it or any extra time off or anything like that. And so I said, can I say no? And they said, yes. And so I said, well, I'm saying no to it. So I stepped down as course manager for the jobs within the department, the media department I worked in. And they had to bring in one of the temporary staff as a full-time member of staff to take on those course manager hours, which was quite good because it meant that she got a full-time job, a permanent job, which was rather good. So yes, this song was about not taking on extra responsibilities at work if you're not getting anything out of it, because I think lots of us do that. It was stimulated a little bit by the fact that over the last few weeks I had been putting in extra stuff onto the songs and videos. I think the extra backing tracks have really worked. It's been creating a hell of a lot of extra work for myself. So I thought I'd bring it back to basics with this one. It felt rather apt. That's not to say I'm not going to be doing the full-on productions for other songs in this series, but actually it's been taking up quite a lot of time. So I played this on my Duke 10 banjolele, which is a rather lovely instrument. Got a rather good deal on this banjolele from the lovely folks at Duke, who are a New Zealand-based company. If you're interested in getting hold of one of these, then there is actually a discount when you go through the link in the description below my videos. So if you are interested in getting a rather nice discount on the Duke 10 banjolele, then follow the link in the description. So as I say, I've been quite busy over the last couple of weeks, particularly because one of the songs from the Song a Week project, which I did about a month ago, really took off. And so I decided to make the most out of that and record it properly, which required a bit of a rush job, getting people to come in, Tom Carradine playing piano on it and all of that kind of stuff, getting Adam to play his guitar part on it as well. So my brain won't shut the fuck up. It has now been released as a single for MP3 streams and downloads. So if you want to get hold of that, you can find it on your preferred music platform, or you can get it through my website. So yes, that's the first success of this series. I'm glad one of them really helped with that. That was kind of what I was hoping was going to happen with these series of songs, that and an idea would pop up that would kind of then go on and turn into a full-length song, which it did, and it's been quite successful. Actually, probably my second most successful song after the obvious one. So it's going to be exciting to see how that goes and how that works over the next few weeks. So thanks for all your support with that. Apologies for not shooting a video last week. I just got a little bit overwhelmed with everything and needed to have a little break. And it made it more difficult to get back into doing it every week. So I've kind of made myself this week get back in. I've got a whole load of other songs that I've written or kind of in the process of being written. Thanks for all the comments on the last video. If you remember, that was Where the Hell Did the Summer Go, which was about essentially the UK summer and it not lasting very long. It's hot again now. Welcome to the British summer. But yeah, so some lovely comments on there, which I'm just going to read out some of now. Alaro Babes 01 says, love your accent and songs. Lots of rain here in Nebraska. Severe thunderstorm ruined my vegetable garden. Yeah, we went up to the allotment last week. Actually, it's done quite well up there. It's quite like the rain. So our chard and the various bits that we have planted already up there, we've not planted a huge amount yet, has been liking it. So Melissa H8415 says, I would love to have your weather right now. It's going to be 85 here again today in Vermont, New England, where it's not supposed to be this hot day after day in the summer. It was 80 in April this year. So that's Fahrenheit, I'm assuming. Yeah, we go in Celsius. I'm not entirely sure what that is. But yeah, so we kind of verge between chucking it down with rain and it being really, really hot. And it's very hot and humid today. Anything randomly taped 8288 says, is this an attempt to do the opposite of last year when you wrote too bloody hot and then it was too cloudy for the rest of the summer? Yes, essentially it is. I would like some proper summer this year, but now it's too hot anyway. So you can't win with me. You can't win with British people when it comes to the weather. It's either too hot, too cold, too wet, too rainy, too windy. We're never happy with anything other than fair to middling is when we're the happiest. So Matthew Wenthorne 3343 says, I live in Scotland, and as a taxi driver I warn people about the weather a lot. Most important to know is summer here isn't a season, it's an event like the circus. I think you're absolutely right there. And also goes on to say, speaking of Scotland, have you done any gigs up here or got anywhere in mind to go? Edinburgh Fringe, your style of dress will really fit in well during that time, or maybe somewhere in the borders. I have actually been up to Scotland a couple of times now. I've been up to Edinburgh twice, not Edinburgh Fringe. I have played at the Voodoo Rooms in Edinburgh twice, and I played in Glasgow as well once. I had got plans to come back up to Glasgow at the end of September, but that got cancelled. There was supposed to be a festival going on, which isn't happening now. So it's in the works. I'll be coming to Glasgow again soon, I'm hoping. But the plans got kind of set back a little bit for that. So I'm hoping to sort out a new date for that very, very soon. So Ellie Human 9710, hi Ellie, says, Tom, can you talk about your top albums you love to listen to and favourite movies too? Okay, it's a really good question. Top albums. That's a difficult one because there's lots of them for different purposes. I guess the most influential albums of my life have been probably Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses. One of the Iron Maiden ones, probably Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden. Never Mind the Bollocks by the Sex Pistols. And Out Come the Wolves by Rancid. But then combined with things like Monty Python Sings and The Best of Gilbert and Sullivan. So those kind of albums have been the things that have informed my music tastes across the years. So it kind of ranges from rock music to punk music, metal, Britpop, and also classical music and humorous music as well. So yeah, there we go for that. In terms of favourite films, my two favourite films are Jurassic Park and Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Those are the two films that I would call my favourite two films. Also Sideways, film from 2004, 2005, with Paul Giamatti in it. That's another one of my favourite films. So those are my top three, I'd say, Ellie. So do make sure you're asking questions underneath the video, because I'll try and answer them in the next one. And it's always good to have questions to answer because it kind of means that me talking isn't as boring and I'm actually saying stuff that people want to hear about. In terms of shows coming up over the next few weeks, next weekend, or kind of on the 27th of June, I'm going to be back in Sheffield at the Dorothy Pax with my band, The Fancy Chaps. I was up in Sheffield a couple of weeks ago, but we're coming back with the band, and it's a free show, that one, as part of the Canal Lines Festival, which sits alongside Tram Lines in Sheffield, which is a big music festival. So I'll be at the Dorothy Pax at about, I think it's 4 p.m. That I'm playing there. On Saturday, the 3rd of August, I'm going to be in Bridgewater in Somerset at the Cobblestones. This should be a really good fun one. I've not been to Somerset. I've not played a show in Somerset yet. So do come along if you're in that area. On Friday, the 9th of August, I will be in Chichester at the Havana Club. Again, not been to Chichester before, so that should be good fun. And it's going to be quite a nice intimate one, that one as well. On Friday, the 23rd of August, I will be at Asylum Steampunk Weekend in Lincoln, playing at the Drill Hall with Mr. B the Gentleman Rhymer and Alice Strange. And then the next day in the afternoon on the Saturday, I will be doing a show up at Lincoln Castle as part of that festival as well, which when you've got the wristband full thing, you can just get into and come and see. And I'll also be doing a meet and greet there as well. So if you're around for that one, do come and say hello. Then I'll be whisking off, myself and Mr. B, the Gentleman Rhymer, will be whisking off to Twinwood Festival, where I'll be doing a set with the Fancy Chaps that evening. And then on Sunday the 25th of August, I'll be at Twinwood Festival again, doing a solo show in the afternoon. I'm not sure the time yet. And also a show with the Fancy Chaps in the evening. So those are the shows I've got coming up this month. If you're at any of those events or if you're around in any of those areas, it'd be absolutely lovely to see you. So that's about it from me for this week. Thank you very much for watching. If you're interested in finding out more about shows, you can find a link in the description below. If you're interested in getting hold of a Duke 10 banjolele, then you can find the link in the description and you can actually get a discount on that as well. If you are interested in seeing these videos before anybody else and also getting MP3 downloads of all the songs that I'm doing, join my Patreon community, where for as little as £3 a month, you can be getting access to all kinds of exclusive materials, including all the new songs from the album as demo tracks, where they stand, and then updated as they progress as well, which is quite good. So yeah, again, follow the link in the description for that. So all it's left for me to say is it would be lovely to see you out and about an event or joining me on Patreon. If not, until next time, stay safe and toodle pip.